I'm going to show my seller account. I'm going to show you exactly how I do my PPC campaigns. This video has had a lot of popularity. I've done it in the past, but today we're doing a 2018 version of it to make it a lot better for you guys. So stay tuned for this video and let's get into it. Alright guys, so we are in my Amazon Seller Central account under my PPC campaign settings. Now, if you don't know how to get to here, we go over to advertising section here to campaign manager, and it'll bring it over to all of our campaigns. Now, in this video, I wanted to go over the broad, phrase, and exact match campaigns, as well as how to create a automatic campaign and a manual campaign. I'm going to go briefly over how to create an automatic campaign and then very in depth in creating a manual. I do want to keep this video somewhat shorter, under the 30-minute mark, so I may not go as in depth as I would if I were to go over to an hour, but we're going to try to do as best as we can. So stay tuned for this video. So let's go first and talk about these campaigns I got running. So I have 3 products under this small account. 2 of these campaigns are under the same product. So you can see over here, the daily budget here is $80, $20, $180, and $40. Now the 80 and 20 are the exact same product. Just running 2 different manual campaigns for testing it as it is a new product still, and they're both manual campaigns. As you can see, all the targeting here is all manuals. So you can see here that I spent $4,200 to make it roughly about $5,900. My A cost being 27.1%. Now it is later on in the day. It's around 6 p.m. Generally about 6 a.m. in the morning. It's refreshed, so I'm about 12 hours behind. So generally when I wake up in the morning, it's about 22 to 23% A cost average, which is definitely good. I would like to see it a little higher sometimes. 25% is a little bit better, but that's something where you can decide that on your own. It's nothing too crazy as long as you're not spending like only a 5% A cost. Then you should definitely be adding more keywords. And if you're spending A cost of like 60-70%, you should be definitely taking out keywords that are spending way too much money to what you're making on for those keywords. So let's just dive into this and create some campaigns for you guys, and then talk about the broad, phrase, and exact match campaigns. So create a campaign. So we're going to do here. We're going to go over here and type in wedding ring. Now I'm going to be quite broad on this under the automatic campaign, just to make it quickly. So daily budget $20. I don't want to, you can put it a little higher if you want to see some real data. I'll run mine as $40 to $60. But for example, I'm going to do 20. We're going to do automatic targeting and continue next step. All right, and then we're going to go add group 1. We're going to do wedding ring as well. Under the manual, it will be differently set up differently. Sorry. So what we're going to do here is go over to one of the products I have. Default bid. I suggest you do 0.89. Now, there's 2 ways to look at this. Automatic bidding, you can't do bid plus. All right, so our automatic campaigns, you cannot do bid plus. So what we're going to do here is an automatic default bid of 0.89. Now, if it's under electronics or you're selling under the electronic category, I do suggest $1.09 as your default bid, because bidding is a lot more expensive under the electronics category. Now, default bidding under any category like home tools improvement or kitchen and dining, whatever it may be, I suggest 89 cents, and that's what a lot of people suggest. They suggest usually 0.79, 0.82. So I'll always want to be one step ahead of the people that are one step ahead. So we're going to do a default bid of 0.89. So we're going to save and finish on that, and then that's created. Right, so what we're going to do is quickly delete that, so we don't need to spend any kind of money that's not necessary. So right, we're going to do create a campaign. Now we're going to create the manual campaign. So we're going to go over here and put in wedding ring manual as our campaign name. Now it doesn't have to be manual because it already shows it's manual, but daily budget is kind of one of those things that a lot of people ask me. Now, $20, is that good enough? Yes, it's enough, but will you get enough data over 48 hours to start reiterating right away? Probably not, because over 2 days you'll spend $40. So what I suggest is spending $60 a day for 2 days. After the second day, the third day, you'll start seeing some real data right away. You can start cleaning it up, making the reiterating things, getting rid of keywords that are bad, putting in some new keywords, and then getting this campaign up and running right away. Get the initial launch or sales velocity going, all that kind of good stuff. So should you run a $1,000 campaign like some people would suggest, which I have suggested in the past? Yes and no. The reason no is because if you can't afford a $1,000 loss on a random keyword that just eats up all of the money in literally an hour, it has happened to me before, then I would suggest it. So what we're going to do here is go start date, end date, leave it the same. Always manual, we'll do manual targeting, continue next step. All right, so we're going to add group 1. You can call this a phrase exact or broad match campaign for your ad group name, but I'm going to call this wedding ring just for this example. Oh, spelled that wrong. Can't even spell today. So wedding ring, we're gonna put in one of my products. We're gonna default bid. I'm gonna do point 0.59. Doesn't even matter. I just did a random number because we're doing bid plus today. So we're gonna show you that in a second how to do that if you don't already. So then what we're gonna do is not use the suggested keywords, but we're gonna provide our own. So we're gonna click on provide your own keywords. And the match type we're gonna keep is broad, and I'm gonna explain a few things here in a second on why you should use phrase and exact and when you should use them. All right, so now we're gonna go over to merchant words, and I already pulled up marriage ring as one of them. So we're gonna go download CSV for that. We're gonna type in wedding ring as another keyword. We're gonna search for that and do a little download. All right, so we got wedding ring, and we're gonna do another one, which probably be good is engagement ring. So pull that up, and there we go. So now we're gonna download that one as well, and then the last one we're gonna do is promise ring. All right, so these are the kind of ones I've kind of come up with in my head before I was making this video. I did one search and I was kind of like, okay, what are the keywords? But if you want to do this, you want to come up with more different ways. So you go marriage, what else would there be? Make sure it's relative, right? Because you can see under the one, it says a silicone wedding ring. I'm not selling one. I'm selling one with all the ice on it. So it's going to be an expensive ring, not a silicone wedding ring. So I will have to delete that one. And I did notice that there's going to be like the word fake ring in there. I'll have to get rid of that as well because I'm not trying to sell a fake ring. I'm trying to sell like a $3,000 to $5,000 ring, right? So that's just the kind of example I'm using today. But if you're looking to get merchant words, it is like $30 a month, I believe, USD. But if you have, we do have a coupon. It's not an affiliate link, but it gets you for, I believe it's $9.99 per month, which is pretty cheap. Or for your first month, I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's a deal no matter what. If you do need that, leave a comment below in the comment section, and I can definitely get that to you. I usually leave it for my students as part of the course. There is, by the way, a free mini course in the link in the description if you'd like to join that as well. It's got a lot of great content in there for you guys as well. So let's just go dive into this. So what we're going to do here is we've got engagement ring, wedding ring, and marriage ring. I think we're missing one, promise ring. I didn't download this one. Okay, so now we download them all. There we go. So we're going to click them all and get them all pulled up. All right, so we should have definitely enough here. Let's see. We should have 4. There we go. So what we're going to do here now is go over to wedding ring. All right, so it's probably gonna be the biggest one. So we're gonna go file, save as, and we're gonna go wedding ring, master list, keywords. All right, so spelled that wrong. Keywords. All right, master list keywords, and my bad. I should already have that because I already did it in this example. So we're gonna save it. We just did a one behind it. So what we're going to do now is go over to marriage rings, and we're going to go copy and paste all of the keywords from there into, I just didn't use them all because the last ones are probably not going to be used anyways, into wedding ring. So we're going to wedding ring master list, go all the way to the bottom. All right, I'm going to paste them in here. Let's go paste, go back to marriage rings. We're going to delete this file because we don't need it now. Now we're going to go to promise ring, grab all of these keywords now. Once we get to the bottom here, we're going to do the exact same thing for these ones. So stay tuned and bear with me as I go through this quickly here. Shouldn't take that long. So we're going to go over to wedding ring again, pop to the bottom, paste it over here. If I am going a little quick, guys, let me know in the comment section below. Sometimes I go a little quick. I don't realize it for myself. I feel like I'm dragging on right now. But sometimes people are like, you're going way too quick. So if it goes over your head, just let me know, and I can make another video for you guys or something like that and break it down, or I'll reach out to you guys and give you a little heads up on how to do things. So wedding ring, master list again, we're going to go down the bottom, and we're going to paste this in here. Now, what we're going to do now is filter it. So first of all, I'm just going to get rid of this engagement ring and promise ring. So now we just got our master list. Now what we're going to do is go all the way to the top here under our master list Excel sheet, go under our volume, go to the top right corner here and go sort and filter. I'm going to click on our filter and click on the little drop down button, go sort largest to smallest. So this will be sorted largest to smallest under the search volume. So engagement, whatever that is, it's going to be searched 443,000 times, and everything else below that will be less, obviously. So now what we're going to do is select all of these. All right, so this is going to take a little bit. Now I know there's a little hack for it, but I just want to explain something. So we want to make sure that there's no duplicates in this campaign at all, because I've seen people try, go into the mentorship program, and I'll help them, do their PPC campaigns, and they'll have the same keyword multiple times. Now, that's just a waste of space, obviously. Obviously, having in your backend keywords, using the words like shoes, and shoeing, for example, you can't use those. You shouldn't be using 3 of the same kind of keywords in there. Amazon's algorithm will pick that up. So we're going to go over here and go to data, right, and go remove duplicates, right, and now there's only 6 duplicates. Generally, I see like 30 to 60 duplicates being removed, so this is quite uncommon. So what we're going to do now is go to the top. 115 is usually what I suggest, or 110 is what I suggest, and we're going to copy that, go to the top here, we're going to paste it, and then we're going to open this up. So now we're going to go and filter through all of these keywords and get rid of the ones that don't make sense to what we're trying to sell. So we're starting to sell a ring for $2,000 to $5,000. It's got diamonds all over it. It's very nice. It's meant for a wedding, engagement. If you're rich, it's for an engagement ring. If it's for a promise ring, then you're uber rich. But whatever you want to do. So silicone wedding ring is definitely what we want to get rid of. All right, so I'm just gonna go through this quickly. If you guys do see things I missed, and it's just for an example basis, so we're not gonna worry about too much. Let's just say it's not a rose gold one for today, so we're not rose gold. And we got fake engagement ring. We want to get rid of a fake one. We want to make sure it's not fake. All right, so fake engagement ring, get rid of that. All right, so we got rid of it all. We got whatever we needed. Seems like it's all good now. So what we want to make sure is that we have less than 100 keywords. Now, take my word for it. I've taken a lot of courses on it because PPC or advertising, just like Coca-Cola or Amazon, they spend a lot of money on advertising. Now, you can spend millions and billions of dollars on advertising. You can make a lot of money, but you can also lose a lot of money. So it's one of those things that you can really fine-tune, make, and save a lot of money on as well. So that's why I've been learning it. And what I've noticed, and a lot of people said, is that anytime you have a campaign of over 100 keywords, it doesn't convert as well. What you can do though is they say you can create 3 to 4 campaigns if you like to have 300 to 400 keywords and have under, like, say 99 per campaign. All right, so I hope that makes sense. So what we're gonna do here is make sure we chose 110, so we got 1, 2, 3 missing, 4 missing, 5. Okay, so we have 5 missing, so we're gonna have to get rid of 5. So get rid of this 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and we're gonna get rid of 1 more. All right, so we always go from the bottom, right, because we want to make sure that these are the highest converting keywords. And we're going to go over here and go, I do that again. So we're going to go over here and we're going to copy and paste these into our campaign for our manual. So we're going to go over here and paste. Now, Amazon also, I'll show you guys this so you guys understand. So you go add these keywords, it's not going to go through. All right, so apparently it did. So I'm gonna have to explain myself a little bit here. So I don't know why it is, but Amazon's been having a glitch lately. So sometimes when I'm creating my campaigns, I'll try add 100 keywords at a time, or like 99, and it won't go through. So this time it went through. I don't know how it did or why it did, but it did. So nonetheless, it's a good thing. But generally, what I'll do is select half of it, cut that part, and then paste the second half in there. So that's for that. It kind of shocked me, but hey, it's part of the video. I'm not gonna edit that out, so it's all good. So we're gonna leave it as a broad match type. All right, so we're gonna save and finish this, and then we're gonna move on to the next step. So let's got this pulled up here. So now we're gonna go click on wedding ring manual. All right, wedding ring. Go to keywords. All right, and we got all our keywords in here. So now what we're gonna do is go over to the top here, top right corner. We're going to apply suggested bid, okay, because we're doing bid plus now. So we're going to do the suggested bid that Amazon suggests. The suggested here, 52 cents. These ones have no current data. So 52 cents for this one. And then we're going to apply, a bid increase. So we're going to do a percentage on top of the bid that Amazon suggests as a winning bid. And we're going to do 3.05%. Now, I know what you're saying. Nick's telling me 3.05% on top of, the suggested bid, but he's probably doing 3.3%, so he's going to win me. Now, this is something for you guys to kind of, gauge based on the marketplace you're in. If it's like electronics, maybe you want to do a little higher. But a lot of people will tell you, 1%, 2%. So we always want to be ahead of the people that are one step ahead of them. So if you want to be one step ahead of me, you can do 4%, whatever. Just make sure you're not trying to overspend like crazy. But that's another way to go about it. So we want to do is go apply, and it's going to apply 3% above. We're going to go OK, and make sure we do that on the second page as well. All right, so we're going to go to the top here, and we're going to click on this button here, apply suggested bid, OK, adjust bid, and with 3.05%, and apply that. All right, so sorry about that. Now we're going to talk about quickly is the phrase and exact match campaigns. So what we want to do when we're creating our campaigns is obviously put it under broad. Now we want to spend like $60 a day for the reasoning that we want to get as many results as possible in 48 hours, because after 48 hours when Amazon now technically releases your ACOS, it takes that long for it to update. So once it's updated and you have no results and you have nothing to work with, you've pretty much wasted your money. But if you have a lot of results, you have this keyword that did shitty, this keyword did really well, this keyword did all right, we can tweak this one, tweak that one, work these all out. That's when you can really start moving things forward. And what I mean by forward is putting them into phrase matches and exact match campaigns. Now it is a bit of a tiered thing. A broad match is the bottom, phrase match next level, and then exact match is the next level up. So what I'm talking about here is shoes for women that run outside in the dark, right? That would be in a broad match campaign keyword. Now, you would not probably put that in your campaign at all. That was a bit of a long tail there, but using it for an example. But, shoes for women with injuries would be a phrase match. But shoes for women would be exact. So somebody's type is shoes for women, that's an exact phrase. You can also do shoes. That's an exact. So somebody has to search shoes, and then that would be an exact. You can also do, there's multiple different ways you can do it, but even a comparison to something. So you can, maybe you're selling a Batman suit, but you don't call it a Batman suit, but it does kind of mean a Batman suit. So you have Batman in the keyword, and you use, say, a word, I don't know, use one of the characters, Christian Bale. So if you have the word Batman and somebody's trying to search for Christian Bale, that would be another example of a broad match, right? Because it's a comparison to it kind of correlates to the character. So I hope you guys kind of understand that. It's kind of tricky to explain. There is stuff, you Google it, you can pull up exactly what a broad phrase and exact match is. But what I'm trying to tell you guys is to start off with broad. After a couple days, 3 to 4 days, move some of your keywords to phrase, and then within a week, or just over a week or so, between a week and a 2 week mark after launch your campaign, you should start adding exact phrases. So for example, in here I have tungsten wedding ring. Now maybe that should be in there because I'm selling actually a diamond wedding ring. All right, so tungsten wedding ring, for example, I would, that would be running. But say for example that did really well, right? So it did like a 5% ACOS. I spent $40 and I made like $600, right? That would be great, amazing, right? But we want to do that is right away create a phrase match. And if it converts just as well or better, or maybe a little worse, like a little bit worse only, then we want to create an exact. And the exact, what will happen is exact phrase. I could show this here, but I'm not going to do it right now. But you could, sorry about that, but you can, what you can do is create an exact, and you'll notice that the keyword bidding will be a lot higher. Exact phrases, actually, let me do it. So what I'm going to do here is go and add another keyword. So we're going to go to keywords. All right, so we're going to go to keywords. All right, so I got to go back to my campaign here. So I don't know what's happening there. So we're going to go back to our manual campaign here. All right, so wedding ring, annual keywords, and we're going to go create keywords, and we're going to go provide our own keyword. And I'm going to do wedding ring, for example, right? So wedding ring, and we're going to do an exact. Now, we're going to add this keyword, so add these. You're going to see that the bid is like 50 cents. Now, that's because wedding ring, there's not even a wedding ring sold on Amazon, but that was a bad example, even though I wasn't even going to show you guys. But anyways, besides the point, this phrase, just take my word for it, exact match is way more expensive than phrase and broad. So phrase exact match, you only want to do when it converts very highly, and if it does convert highly, it will convert very, very efficiently. Trust me on that as well. That's exactly the way I run it, because broad runs, just a broad set of keywords, and they all funnel down to that one keyword you have in your campaign. Phrase a little more specific, and then exact is exactly what it is, right? So people use that. You may spend $2 for every click, but every click will get you a sale. You're making a lot of money, especially if your product's like $30, $40, right? So that's kind of how exactly what I want to go over for exact, phrase, and broad match campaigns. Now, again, guys, that's the video for today. If you did like this, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, smash that subscribe button, and make sure to check out that free mini course that we have in the description. A lot of people have been enjoying it. It's actually been there for a while, but it's got a lot of new basic information. So if you don't know how to sell on Amazon quite yet, and you're trying to learn, I'm sure a lot of you guys that are watching this video probably do know how to learn because you're already trying to find out how to do PPC. But check it out if you like anyways, and I will see you guys in the next video.